You are watching another episode of Shane Solomon Meets, brought to you by the Cornwall Channel. I'm your host, Shane Solomon, and today I'm meeting Warwick Royden. Roll the titles. So Warwick, welcome to the studio. Not the first time for you. Always great to have you here. First of all, thank you very much for your support, sponsoring the Cornwall Channel for many, many years. So I didn't know which business to introduce you as today because you've got so many. You're quite the entrepreneur, very successful, I might add. But which one is your baby? Which is your favourite?
It's a good question. I think definitely the cinema. It's the one I've had the longest.
Yeah.
It's the one I'm most passionate about by far. I love it. Really, really do love it.
And it's very popular, of course. And you have it down at Carray's. Is that right? Have you done one down there?
That's true. We did them for 3 or 4 years down at Carray's. Yeah. We operate all over the country. We end up in Orkney for a week, Northern Ireland for a week. All over the plot, all over the place. Yeah. Honestly, it's mad, yeah.
So do people just kind of think, do you know what, I've got some space to put an outdoor cinema, and they ring you up and say, Warwick, listen, can we rent your screen? How's your services, the film? How does it work, the whole process?
If you've got the space, we can pretty much put a screen on it. We've been on cliff tops, in car parks, on scaffolding rigs, you name it. Farmers' fields where we've had to be towed out. We've been pretty much everywhere. Yeah. Edinburgh Castle, you're talking about Edinburgh earlier. Yeah, we did it just below underneath for Fringe.
Wow.
Got some amazing photos from that one. But yeah, literally all over the place.
Now, you wouldn't have seen this before, maybe not this screen, but I'm going to overlay some shots now, or Jay will, our wonderful producer, of the actual screen we're talking about. And you can see it here. This is a video that we filmed for you probably a couple of years ago now, where you actually get to see the setup of it over a kind of time lapse. Now, that's the other beauty with this, when you can rock up to a place and you can be set up pretty efficiently, can't you?
Yeah, depending on which screen, anything from 20 minutes to an hour and a half. Everywhere in between, it's there's so many different bits of kit for it now, and we've done so many different things. We've slimmed the process down. Some of my staff have been with me since the beginning, so they know it better than me.
Sure.
We've got it down to a fine art now, hopefully.
There's so many applications for the screen as well. My mind always ticks. We do a lot of networking events, big lunches here in the Southwest, and going further, I was talking to you in the green room that, we could possibly rent it off you to put sponsor messages on as people arrive at the venue, because you can't miss this screen. It is phenomenal bit of kit.
Yeah, like I say, the smallest we do is 4 meters, and it sounds 4 meters. You think, right, I don't sound very big, but when it's up in front of you, it's a big old bit of kit. Yeah, you can't miss it, like you say. And there are so many applications for it, whether it be advertising or obviously for films. We've had people connect up games consoles,
funerals,
relaying funerals. We did one of those for you. The list of things we've done with it is almost endless.
I'll tell you what, anyone watching this podcast back now or listening to it, the opportunity right now is probably for the coronation next year. Yeah. The first person to get in touch with Warwick to hire this screen or a couple of his screens for this event would be, a great touch.
If you've got a lot of people in one place, unfortunately, obviously, Queen's funeral, that was the other opportunity that was massively oversubscribed.
Indeed.
But yeah, anything like that, sporting events. You think there's a lot of places where you have the space, but once you're at capacity, that's it. What you do.
Exactly.
If you want to extend that space,
then
you put one of these outside and you're away.
I know probably some of the more affluent viewers that we have on the channel will probably think, do you know what, I just hire this just to have in my garden for the weekend.
It happens all the time.
It's a wow factor thing, isn't it?
Yeah, we do. Or let's say we do everything from private parties up to Glastonbury and everything in between.
Yeah.
And the private parties are great. They are the most fun ones, I tell you. You have an absolute scream at those. We've done we do quite a lot of celebrities' houses with them. We did Adele's.
No way, really?
Times, all sorts with it.
So it's not just the cinema. I started off by saying which would be your favourite. Now I know you as a very successful entrepreneur, and what would be then your second one? Because I don't want to dwell on any negatives. I said we won't talk about negatives, but you do own the Office nightclub in Truro,
correct,
a very popular nightclub in Truro, a very well-known one. Things have changed at the minute, cost of living. What's your kind of your thoughts on the nightclub industry? Where is it at? What can be done to kind of?
I think there is positivity there. I think we are bringing a Radio 1 DJ down the end of the month.
Really?
Yeah, for Halloween.
Okay.
It's not Halloween themed, but I thought, you know what? People will be out. Let's put something on.
Nice.
And people have to do that type of thing to give the industry a bit of fuel. You have to give people a reason to go out, and that's what we're trying to do. And if you do give people a reason, they will come out.
Yeah, of course.
If you sit on your laurels, I suppose the same with any industry. You sit on your laurels, you're going to be swamped.
Yeah.
But there is hope, if you know what I mean. There is definitely hope, but it's just hard work, I think is the best way to put it. You've just really got to fight for every pound spent, but that's part and parcel, I suppose.
One of the messages I'm trying to get across in the podcast we do here is that, you know, we know there's a cost of living crisis going on. I don't want to belittle it. It's huge. But at the same time, I'd also like to put out the message that, you know, we can talk ourselves into recession as well. We can talk, you know, you can focus on that negativity that surrounds us, or we can look for opportunity.
Absolutely.
Because in my mind, the money's still there. It's just changed hands. It's somewhere. It's
just spent differently.
Yes.
You have to persuade people to spend it.
And so even if it's spending small, keeping little shops going, little spends, you know, going to the nightclub. You might not be able to afford one of your screens, but you might be able to go to your nightclub for a night out, you know? So it's one of those ones, really.
Yeah, it is. And I think if you, as I said, if you give people a reason to go, whether it's a cinema or the club or whatever, they will come. And bringing in a different DJ or putting on a different film, making it an event as a whole is crucial at the moment, because they need that reason, that extra reason to say let's go, rather than should we not. And we're pre-selling tickets for the Radio 1 DJ, and they're selling well. So
you've got me guessing. Is it Noel Edmonds?
No, it's not.
Steve Wright?
No, even though he's retiring, but no, it's not Steve Wright.
They're both off Radio 1, by the way.
Yeah, they are
for many years.
Yeah, a while ago now, mind. No, it's James Cussack. He hosts their dance anthms.
Right.
He's also DJ in Amnesia, all sorts.
Yeah.
So it should be really, really good fun.
Yeah.
But again, that's what we're trying to bring back to Truro, is that bit of fun. Come on, let's come out and have a good time, type of thing.
Yeah, and everyone needs that right now, because we're just constantly all these negative messages. In fact, I tune out of mainstream media, to be fair, a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Every so often, just out of morbid curiosity, I'll have a quick look to see what they're feeding the world. But yeah, enrich yourself in kind of good people, positive thoughts, and go with that. Just pick another one of your wonderful industries that you work in. I
think the other obvious one is we recently purchased a holiday let management company. That was in Feb this year.
Yeah,
and that's great fun. That's mad. We see some amazing properties.
And some good ones down here, right?
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And you wouldn't know half of them even existed. They're down tiny little lanes, and suddenly you've got this colossal property. And obviously there's the side of the second homeowners, but it employs a lot of people. It's a great business.
Like exactly. Visitors.
Of course you do. And you think we've got 30 odd cleaners that are employed, if you know what I mean. So it employs a lot of local people. And that one has been an interesting ride for the last 8 months. But it's a really interesting company. Really very proactive. Really proactive. The scope is huge. So again, like you were saying about opportunities, they are there. There's no question. You've just got to find them. Yeah.
Now, we were talking in the green room about opportunities with the holiday let company. I don't know if you can put this on record or not, about the sort of the workers you're looking for at the moment. I don't expect to quote an hourly rate, but if you want to, you can, because obviously these videos do get seen.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm just thinking, if there's a way that we can put the word out there, then great. But if not, don't worry.
Because we cover everywhere from Bude, Camelford, down to Sennan, and everywhere in between. We've got satellites dotted around the county, and we need as many cleaners as we can get. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that there's a staff shortage.
Indeed.
Wherever you go.
Yeah.
And we're offering. You said I will quote. We're offering nigh on £20 an hour.
Yeah.
Depending on the property.
That's remarkable, Warwick.
Yeah. And I think everyone thinks it's an easy job, but it's really, really not. It's a really hard work.
It's a value job. We have cleaners here at the Cornwall Channel, and I value them so much. Yeah. It's no more different than me working a camera, in my opinion. Because when I clean, it doesn't look the same.
No, it doesn't. I tell you, it really doesn't. Yeah, you go round and you think, I've done this. Is really clean.
Yeah,
but it has to be. It also has to be. And they know that.
Yeah.
But again, it's that predisposed idea that it's an easy job.
Yeah.
When you see how hard they work.
Exactly.
And it's really not.
Yeah, well, I mean, see, that's an opportunity right there. You've got a local company like yourselves that's got an opportunity for cleaners to earn what they're worth in £20 an hour. If this message was out there, and I know you're about to do a bit of a recruitment campaign, then I'd like to be one of the first ones that put that message out there in a positive spin, because, that's actually more per hour than some professional businesses I know right now are earning. You know what I mean?
I was speaking to a friend of mine who's a doctor.
Yeah.
And he's no longer a junior doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And he said at the time, that was more than he was getting paid
There you go.
as an F1 doctor.
There you go.
Now, don't know if that's true or not.
Sure.
But that's what he said
Do
to
your
me.
own research,
Yeah, exactly.
people.
Yeah, quite. But he was aghast that was what is expected. And it is, because it's a hard job.
Yeah.
And it needs to be paid well. And like you said, that filters down right through to them being able to spend X amount in the shops, to go out,
Of course.
to do whatever.
It's got to go back in, hasn't it?
Exactly. It's all circular.
Oh my goodness, Warwick, I could talk to you for hours, and we will get a time in the diary where we can do just that.
Yeah.
Although your time is very precious, but I'd love to invite you along to the 3rd of November business lunch. I know you're very busy. Look into your diary, see if we can do that. But thank you very much for all your support to the channel. We really
not at all.
could not do it without our sponsors, and I hope that this message reaches more people about what you do.
Yeah.
So, is there anything I've not mentioned that you'd like to mention?
No, I think that you covered most of the bases. It'd be lovely to come along on the 3rd. We'll look forward to it. But no, I think we've covered the important ones. It's been a pleasure.
Mate, what a pleasure. Well, if you're not connected to Warwick, make sure you connect with this man. Absolute gentleman and a scholar, doing great things here in Cornwall and beyond. Now, if you know anyone doing anything remarkable in Cornwall, please let me know. shane@cornwallchannel.co.uk. My thanks, as always, go to Jay, who's been producing today's podcast. And for myself and Warwick, we'll see you soon. Cheers.